Oh,
Hey guys, welcome to the podcast. I know it was a weird introduction. This guy, he don't know how to, get quiet a little bit. No, I'm fucking with y'all.
I never shut the fuck up.
You ugly for that?
I don't. I just be talking.
We're just kidding, but welcome to Wicked podcast. I'm here with my man.
Day 47. I'm back. Welcome, bitches.
Yeah, bow. Just. We got my brother here.
Entrepreneur, Wilmer. Let's keep it going.
Another weirdo, my brother,
We all weird.
I'm just kidding, guys. We're all weird. In our own little ways, but we're weird.
Hey, y'all. Hey, you're weird too, motherfucker. Nobody told you.
Yeah.
But hey, you're weird, bro. Yes, you. And a little bit behind you.
You ugly, bro. Alright, guys, today we're gonna be doing reaction videos, we're gonna, react to some videos and
OnlyFans.
Not that. No, OnlyFans. He's just joking. Alright, but
Hey, just watch. That's going to be the topic for the day. We're going to go ahead and make a Wicked podcast OnlyFans account just to
Call it Wicked Fans.
go ahead and watch some videos. You look up some people, go some leaks. No, just kidding.
we're kidding. We never know. We ain't doing that stuff. Alright, but guys,
Never know.
we're gonna react to certain videos and topics. There's some funny topics, some masculine topics, some different topics. It's just a lot of little videos put together, but we're gonna go ahead and get started with give me a sec, just with the first one, but let me just get on this so I can watch at the same time. They can't hear it. All right, guys, welcome back. No, that was our intro. Sorry about that. We forgot to put that out, but we got it down. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get into the video watching. Go ahead.
Publicly, she makes a comment to embarrass him. It's a very personal, embarrassing comment. And then a month later, he breaks up with her. It's like, she just doesn't understand the dynamics that you never publicly embarrass your man, especially if he's a high octane, high value man. You just don't publicly embarrass them. When you do that, do it privately. Do not do it publicly. That will not go well. When a guy is dating a girl and then publicly she makes a comment to embarrass him, it's a very personal, embarrassing comment. And then a month later, he breaks up with her. It's like, she just doesn't understand the dynamics that you never publicly embarrass your man, especially if he's a high octane, high value man. You just don't publicly embarrass them.
All right.
When you do that, do it privately.
All right, guys. So, what would you do if a girl, publicly, disrespects you?
I walk away and act like I don't know. Hey, it's embarrassing, y'all.
All right, Wilmer. What would you do?
Don't scratch the pussy in public.
That's what I'm saying. If she disrespects you, like calls you out and some shit in front of people.
Oh, really? Not supposed to be arguing in the public. They're supposed to be a private matter behind all the seriousness. Yeah.
How about you, Wilmer? What would you do?
I mean, I'll brush it off, and then I'm going to have to go home and be like, look, it's time for a little lecture. Let's get some shit straight.
Yeah, man.
But I don't want you to be a teacher. I don't want to hear that.
And if it ever happens, I feel like it shows a lot about a man, If there's a person disrespecting you in public, and especially your significant other, it sounds like, let's say, that just shows a lot of masculinity.
Look, okay, most women, if they ever call you out, you go home, you go lecture them, the first thing that you're going to hear, man, hear this out. The first thing you're going to hear is, why are you taking it so serious? It's not that serious.
But in reality, it is serious. They try to put excuses on it, but at the same time, they gotta learn how to respect. So they gotta,
I mean, like, how would you feel, if we're in a club, right? Just you and me, right? We're in a club, and then all of a sudden, you want to dance. We're dancing, all that, and all of a sudden, I go up and, I tell you, man, you a dirty hoe, and I just walk out the door. You'd be humiliated right in the middle of the stage, right?
Yeah, that's how we would feel if you publicly, disrespected us. At the end of the day, I feel like it shows a lot about a relationship. It shows that your woman doesn't really respect you. I would say that.
I think that it's just knowing, like,
It should be common sense to know right from wrong.
no. See, common sense isn't common, right?
I know, but
We
it's
obviously
okay.
know.
It's
A lot of people-
sense.
A lot of people doesn't like. A lot of people don't know a lot about common sense. Like, there's some people that you really have to tell them, and they'll finally understand.
But you see, when you start dating somebody, that's why you start, telling them, hey, these are my boundaries.
Yeah, and if they say it's insecure to put a boundary, it's not insecure or controlling. You just have your boundary. That's literally it. Like, at the end of the day, if we don't want you out there dressing like a hoe, at the end of the day, like, it's a boundary that we put, and if you respect me enough, you will fucking, do it,
Yeah, don't dress like a hoe, and I will walk outside with speedos.
And at the end of the day, if you objectify yourself first, men will objectify you second.
Hey, look at that booty over there. Look at that bitty booty.
Do you agree or not agree?
See them cheeks fucked up.
I'm sorry to say, it's always going to happen no matter what.
Yeah, at the end of the day, if you're not covered up and you walk outside, how do you expect not a guy to objectify yourself if you're already doing it to yourself?
You can't go outside dressing like a stripper, Shadow. I'm sorry. I know you want to look good and yada yada yada, but that make you look good.
And that's if you have a man, because at the end of the day, you gotta respect your man, right? Correct or incorrect?
Look, men run on respect. That's just the way it does. I run on respect. That's how, I feel my best.
Like, at the end of the day, you gotta cover yourself up. If your man puts a boundary of you covering yourself up, it's like me, right? I'm not really too strict on my girl about that. Like I told her, when you're around me, it's fine because you're with me. No one's gonna disrespect you. No one's gonna objectify you, right? But if she goes out alone, then I expect her to be covered up. Because I know nothing's gonna happen to her.
Your single girlfriends ain't helping, just saying.
Huh?
Your single girlfriends ain't helping.
What single girlfriends?
Oh, I'm talking about their friends.
Oh yeah, and by the way, your girlfriends are the worst people to get fucking opinions from. Because at the end of the day, girls envy girls more than men envy girls.
If your girlfriend
Men will be more logical.
That's a red flag.
Men will be more logical and honest with you, but women typically hate other women.
They put each other down, but they act like they don't. Chaos.
At the end of the day, they'll want to see you do bad. Look, here's the thing: when your girlfriend could envy you so bad, even they can envy your relationship, they would want you to break up with that person.
Yeah, at some point in time, don't disrespect your man. Respect him. Give him, even if you don't want to make him feel like a king, he's the king. Give him a little bit of kingship. That's where he feels his best.
And here's the thing: like, especially when you're a high value man will drop you. It was talking about high value man. A high value man will instantly drop you. A person who's just average, they'll think about it. But a high value man, a guy who, like, let's just say, who got real top tier money, they'll drop you instantly.
Because it's replaceable, Shadow.
Just remember, he has options.
Yeah, he has options. Right? The more he's worked, the more he's physically, inclined, the more everything. Like, at the end of the day, he has more leverage, and he will not mind losing you because he knows he's better.
All right, let's go on to the next clip.
I'm not letting you put that out front. I'm no touching, no touching.
No touching. I won't touch you. I was paired up with Isaac. He was like, no touching. I was like, oh, this is going to be fun.
The music will start. The boys will turn around. So,
Right.
gentlemen, let's turn. Gorgeous. And then we start walking.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then maybe let's look at the gentlemen. Gentlemen, you guys can acknowledge us. Ooh, who is this? Cool.
Oh, I'm
yes.
sorry. I can't do this. I can't do this. I'm sorry. I'm a man of God. I can't do.
Just to give you guys a quick explanation, this is a video of 3 transgender women, dancing for a commercial song for three with 3 other older men. But the older men, how they're more strict, they're not modern, right? What? Yeah, but
Wasn't that a dude?
yeah, that was the transgender.
Yeah.
And No shame in here.
Hate me or not, there's only two genders.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Same here. I agree. But at the end of the day, like these old men is like, don't, as long as you don't touch me, I'm fine, you know. And you're like, one guy in the video, he's like, I'm a man of God. Go ahead and play it. Keep playing it.
Oh no. Yeah, I love those people. I pray for them. I would never do anything to hurt them or condemn them. But men are not supposed to dress like women. I'm not going to go along with that. It's time to stand up and be a man of God. I'm not into touching, okay? I'm not. Let me put that out front. I'm no touching, no touching.
No touching. I won't touch.
What would you do if a transgender touched you?
I'm pushing that nigga.
How would it go? Just a little dance you were receiving from them?
Move! Motherfucker, fuck off me.
Look, I ain't transphobic. I ain't homophobic.
I ain't either, but
Don't touch me. I got boundaries.
Yeah,
Men don't like being touched, you know, unless it's by their woman
Look, at the end of the day, men,
or by women.
yeah, men only like being touched by women. You know, like unless
only if they look good.
they're either gay, transgender, or there's something different. You know, just respect people's boundaries. You know, right? At the end of the day, just respect their boundaries. If they say, "Hey, I don't want them touching me," it is what it is. And you know, if your morals get in the way of like talking to them and stuff like that, also, you know, just stay away from them. You know, there's nothing wrong with like not liking a certain crowd. You know, it's just it's not even hating them, it's just not liking them. At the end of the day, if you prefer,
my preference.
if it's not your preference to be talking to them, just don't do it. You know, stay away from it. How
I
about
don't
you,
want
Wilmer?
to name in the face, son.
What do you think, Wilmer?
I'm a man of God.
I'm a man of God too.
Hallelujah.
By the way, you know, we're all three. Technically, you two are right, Christian agnostic.
Yeah, I believe in God, stuff, but I'm not a Christian.
Yeah, what are you? He's like, I'm
I
not.
just believe in God.
Yeah,
I
same
don't
here.
find myself by no religion. I got
Yeah,
my own relationship with God.
yeah. That's how I agree too. Well, we're Christian agnostic. You've been like that for a while. You told me, right?
We'll keep it at that. Next.
Yep. I remember.
On Instagram's pictures.
Disrespectful.
But I don't get how it's disrespectful when you like say you like Chris Brown and like Drake and all that. So how's that?
Yeah, no, but that's different. Like that's really
Because like let it go until when it starts. That's when you play it. Go ahead and press start now. When it's
different. That has nothing to do.
How's it different? So basically, you're saying the only reason you're loyal is because you can't like attain those other men.
You're just insecure, and these other men are insecure, and that's why I don't mess with little boys. So you need to grow up and stop worrying about this other shit.
Absolutely wild fatherless behavior. You see what happened the moment he flipped it on her? The wiring in her brain could not compute because what this guy said was so much facts that she just started throwing out the usual insults. Oh, you're just so insecure. I don't mess with little boys. She just couldn't take it. As an aside, the way she speaks in her dialect is very masculine, and that's a huge red flag.
How do you feel about when your man likes girls on Instagram's pictures?
Disrespectful.
But I don't get how it's disrespectful when you like say you like Chris Brown and like Drake and all that. So how's that?
Yeah, no, but that's different. Like that's really different. That has nothing to do.
How's it different? So basically, you're saying the only reason you're loyal is because you can't like attain those other men.
You're just insecure, and these other men are insecure, and that's why I don't mess with little boys. So you need to grow up and stop worrying about this other shit.
Absolutely wild fatherless behavior. You see what happened the moment he flipped it on her?
What are the chances of these bitches beating celebrities? Nothing, none.
Well, actually, they have more capabilities than a man does to meet a celebrity. They have way more.
Yeah.
Dude, all it takes is one text from Drake and they're gonna fly out, bro.
Of course.
Like at the end of the day, more women will get flown out than ever men, and probably zero men get flown out. You know?
Yeah, but they're really delusional to think they don't really fuck with. You know what I'm saying? That nigga don't want you.
So what do you think about that? How he flipped the script on her and say like how she said it was disrespectful for for him to be liking pictures of little people, but she's over there liking pictures of Drake, 21 Savage, and all them.
Well, that's part of boundaries. If I can't like follow the other females, then you can't like follow the other niggas. I don't care who the fuck it is. Simple.
I sincerely don't care. I was like, social media is just social media. Me and my girl, we're like, we can like whatever we want.
Yeah,
Don't matter.
that's what I
You
personally
can like a photo, just not inbox them.
Yeah, like that's where I'm at too. Like it's like at the end of the day, like you can like what you want, but just don't fucking like try to
Don't be in
comment.
the comments be like, hey, I can use some of that. Go.
Just remember that the majority of women are the ones on social media. Not really.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I feel like Instagram really fucked women up.
Yeah, because they really.
You mean social media in general?
Like,
Yeah, like all of them. Like social media in general. Like social media really gave them the advantage of them going to go. It gave them access to higher status men easily.
all across the world too.
At the end of the day,
Be like,
and here's the thing: they're just like they're not marrying; they're just fucking and dipping.
but they want them to marry.
And here's the thing:
That nigga don't want you.
And at the end of the day, it's like if they go to a high value man, right? They're just gonna get fucked and dumped, right? And next thing you know, right? The thing is, their challenge is to retain them while they're there, you know. But you know, most women, like for a high value man, it's hard to retain a high value. What's your take?
I don't know how to take on that one. I just know that woman flipped, and that was it. I was like, she's like, I don't mess with no little boys. I was like,
you're a little girl, so
I was like, you was a little girl.
Look, tell me why, like today, I saw this girl, right? Tell me why, bro. Like I had to bring this up, hearing this, right? This girl was on Facebook, right? She was like, oh, you know, she was like, I'm over here posting OnlyFans and photos of me, and all I get is thirsty men, and no one can take me serious. What do you think about that?
Bro, who's gonna take you serious? Look. Mia Khalifa. Look. There was an interview with Mia Khalifa with somebody, and she's like, I went to lunch. I don't know with who, but she went to lunch, and a fan went up to her while she's eating, disrespectful as, and asked for an autograph, right? And then the girl that was next to him, because Mia denied it, said, hey, she's just hoeing around and whatnot. She's been said a bunch of shit, right? And Mia felt degraded right off the bat. But I'm like, that's the repercussion of being, posted online.
At the end of the day, if you're doing sex work on the internet, or if you're publicly doing sex work, like at the end of the day, just know it's gonna come with people objectifying you. You gotta know, like, at the end of the day, some people can say, oh, it's art. Oh, a woman's body used to be art. That's what the girl said on Facebook. I was like, well, at the end of the day, remember, even Marilyn Monroe, whatever her name was, she was objectified like a motherfucker, bro. And at the end of the day, she looked like the biggest hoe.
They tossed her around like a beach ball on fucking beach ball, son.
Promiscuity has always been, it's always been like bad,
I'm sorry they did. I want some. Bring it over here. I want to be part of the party.
But at the end of the day, for the longest time, promiscuity for women has not been like no one likes it,
Look, the other day I was on TikTok, right, and I was like, I went to one of the lives, and I'm just texting this girl on there, right, because she had like very little views, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll just start messaging, nothing too crazy. Right, she's over here baking something, right?
Making food.
And me, I didn't even go into her profile. I didn't see nothing, right? And me and her are just having a conversation, normal conversation, right? She's answering questions, something like that. I'm trying to entertain this so she gets a little bit more views, right? As we're talking, she's like, link in my bio, check out my Instagram. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll look at her Instagram. I went to go to Instagram. First thing I fucking find. OnlyFans.
Oh,
right?
for sure.
And I was like, no wonder. As soon as I saw that, I was like,
look,
more people started coming into the channel.
Look, at the end of the day, if you got bikini pictures on your Instagram, if you're showing too much skin on Instagram, Facebook, or any other platform, at the end of the day, and if you got a man, you're objectifying yourself, and at the end of the day, you do not respect your man.
You're definitely disrespecting them.
Bro, her brain isn't even working. She's like 20 years old. on OnlyFans.
Bro, like even at my age, you know, I've had to learn a lot of things, but you know, I'm getting to a point where I'm like morally, like, I understand, you know.
No, that's not the only road. But I mean, get your bread. Don't get me wrong, but I was like, it's gonna hurt you.
Here's the thing, bro. There are many other ways for women to make money, but the first thing they go to is probably OnlyFans and all that, just because they see their friends making money. And here's the thing, friends, like I said, friends talk to other friends, like when they're girls, right? Girls talk to other girls, and they technically just envy, you know. And so they're gonna make you follow their road path. And at the end of the day, even if you're friends with those type of people, they will anybody will think you're a hoe. Like at the end of the day, let's just say you have a group of friends that are hoes, but you're not a hoe, right? Well, automatically, when you're viewed by a guy, they're gonna think you're a hoe too.
People judge you by the company you keep. So you just know who you're hanging around with.
Yeah, so this girl expected a normal conversation, the one that was on TikTok, right? From, you know, other people, but all the men that started to show up after me, holy crap, it was just a storm of like, damn, nice tits, damn, nice whatever, right? And it just kept going. Like there was no people asking questions. There was like two other people on there.
Ooh, take it off. I want to see.
Exactly. There was only like two other people that were kind of normal, but I know they were on there for the wrong reason.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you. But at the end of the day, you know, what do you expect? You know, she's on OnlyFans, bro. Like at the end of the day, I understand you're trying to get your bag, but at the same time, there's other ways of making money. You know, the only reason you want to know the only reason those girls use OnlyFans, bro, because that's the easiest way for them to make money. To objectify themselves.
All they gotta do is play with their pussy online.
Bad baby, you know what that is?
When she turned 18.
Million.
She made millions. She made like 40 million or something. She made, but here's the thing, she made that's even more.
She already made.
That's our point.
But the thing about these other bitches that are on OnlyFans, nobody know you, bitch. You ain't got no fans. You ain't got nothing.
But think about it like this. It's not even that. Like there are girls that are like not even famous at all, bro, and they're making millions of dollars. So at the end of the day.
I'm talking broken.
Yeah.
Stop doing it. They're making them money.
But at the end of the day, you just gotta respect yourself more. Like find other ways to make money. Like before you do that, you know. At the end of the day, you know, we gotta protect our women, make sure they're okay mentally, you know, and you know, statistically, like if you have over 8 bodies, then something's fucking wrong with you.
If you're a female.
Gotta clarify.
Yeah, clarify.
Actually.
All right, go ahead. Start the next video.
Men can't be hoes.
We're homemakers.
I'm gonna fuck and you tell her I'm not in the mood, she gonna think you cheating.
Oh, espérate, obviamente yo siento que depende. No, yo siento que el vato no va a decir que no, porque se va a ver joto.
Es que algunas veces decimos que sí.
No, what the fuck? No. A bad bitch goes up to me, bro. You wanna fuck? Nah, you gay.
Escucha, si yo le digo a un vato, vamos a coger y el vato me dice que no, voy a decir, es joto.
Pero que si nomás no le gustas. You know?
Pues depende.
Hey, what if he's tired from work? Because sometimes that happens. If a girl tells you, hey, I'm gonna fuck, and you tell her I'm not in the mood, she gonna think you cheating.
I just scared.
That's a kid.
Jesus, look, guys, you ain't gay just because you don't want to fuck. We already know this, all right? Look, men walk, you know, we fuck anything that walks, technically, women.
And if you looking banging, then that's when the guy's gonna be like, I'm fucking, you know. But if a guy really says no, he probably knows something about your past. You probably fucking a hoe. You got something, you know. You gotta get checked down there. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Straight up,
you're fucking promiscuous as fuck. His homie hit something fucking.
You know why? You ever notice that when you go into, like, let's say you go into a public setting, right? Who makes the first move?
Men.
All right. Have you ever been just turned off by a woman just approaching you and being like, you guys want to quack?
At the end of the day, if a girl, like men think about it like this: if a girl approaches you, you know, she's thirsty, you know.
I'm gonna assume she's an escort.
Or she's probably desperate, you know, because most fine-looking ass females don't approach.
Bro, they give you signs to approach, so that way you can approach.
The good old,
but you still make the first move.
Yeah, you always still make the first move, but you know, at the end of the day, you gotta fucking know, you know.
Like, if your man is not making the first move, he's probably not the high value man that you're looking for.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know, like I would like. All right, I got a question for y'all guys too before we go to the next video. All right, so if you go out on a dinner date, you know, let's just say we're single. Let's just say, you know, let's go into the hypothetical world. You know,
La La Land, dream world.
La La Land. See, ugly ass. All right, but look, what we're gonna do, bro, is like, all right, let's go into La La Land. So, imagine you're on a date with a girl, right? How would you figure out if she's really into you or if she's into your money?
If we were on a date, how would you find that out?
Yeah.
I would literally just ask a question and be like, look, you gotta be honest on your first date. I'm gonna be like, how'd you last, I was like, what happened to your last relationships? Like, I would straight up ask, what's your red flag?
Yeah, and if she says she got bored, bro, I'll be like, stupid bitch,
I'm out.
Peace. All right, how about you, Joe? How would you figure out if she's interested in you or your money?
How would I figure that out? Well,
Control's never been in that situation before, so.
Huh?
You haven't been in that situation before, huh?
Nope.
Do you want to hear mine?
If you ever got blue balls from a woman, then you know she's you know, she's not, she ain't giving you nothing. She just wants to.
So
she has you labeled as food on the phone.
She has you labeled as food. This is the grocery guy. There's the Uber guy.
The plug.
Yeah. Free
drugs. I'm sorry. These low value men technically tend to get pulled in.
Look. You want to know how I would figure it out? All right. So let's just say I go on a dinner date with a girl, right? This is how I know if she's interested in me or not, right? If I go on a dinner date, right, and let's just say we're out eating, right? If she gets the most expensive thing on the fucking menu, then I'm automatically out there, you know. But if she chooses something that's like not too expensive, not too cheap, then she'll be cautious. You know, she's cautious of choosing. She cares about your pockets, right? So at the end of the day, you know, if a girl who says, I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna get this $100 steak, $200 steak, then you know that
she ain't gonna fucking eat it.
You know it's about the money. You know?
Just know this is it all the time. I like to explore my options when it comes to food. So sometimes when I go to like, you know.
But let's just say if it's a hot ass woman, you know, most times like some women just like going on free date, bro. At the end of the day, if she says I've been here before and like if she says she's been anywhere before, or you can ask her if she's been in a Lambo before, you can ask her so many questions, bro.
Most, you know what I noticed though?
You can figure it out. Like
most high value women, they don't go out there and just like when you go to a date, right? Like what we value, right? When you go out on a date, what they order is usually something not even that big because they don't want to look like gluttons. They're thinking about like what would you actually amass?
Yeah, and that's why when it's like
I can see what you say.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, if you see their Instagram and they're out in fucking Dubai, always fucking like, you know that someone took her the fuck out. Who's the fucking cameraman? Probably the guy fucking her. That's how you figure it out, man.
But I had a friend on my Instagram. I don't know the name who, but I remember her Instagram, and I was like, you know, when I was texting her a long time ago when I was in high school, she was straight up.
Let's just say this, bro. And also, bro, if they're taking a picture on the fucking balcony and they're seeing the whole fucking city, they're probably getting fucked on the balcony. They're part of the balcony game, guys.
Oh, she literally told me this is a red flag because you know, if you're looking for a woman you're interested, one of the things this woman told me was, oh yeah, I was, you know, me and my ex, you know, we would do it under my stair from my apartment. And I was like, public is fun, but you're actually telling the whole world this shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're happy about that?
There's a red flag. Like,
that's a red flag.
If you see red flags like that, like fuck that, bro.
Oh no, I was calling the next day. I was like,
Peace. At the end of the day, there are flags that you look at, like I said, if they ever tell you, "Oh, I've been in a Lambo before,"
You're fucking.
yeah, like, "Oh, you know, I did go to fucking Phipps Plaza." With who?
You're fucking dead.
There's no, because most, like, let's just say, you know, men are the ones who carry the wealth mostly in the U.S. You know, most of them, you know, there are less female millionaires than there are male. At the end of the day, like, I think it was like 70 or 80% of the men hold the wealth. You know?
Shit, with OnlyFans, we may as well flip the script.
Yeah. Hey, guys, y'all need to stop getting on that. Y'all need to start getting on that OnlyFans and fucking just let that shit go bankrupt. Fuck that.
Look, man, instead of putting your money towards OnlyFans, put yourself in your own hustle. Only do OnlyFans if you're set up straight.
Get them more bang for your buck in stocks, real estate, other fucking shit is better. Like investing
High value skills.
Come on, bro. Like go become someone, do something for yourself. You know, at the end of the day, that's the only way you're gonna make it out of the pill hole you're in. All right, next video.
I know loyalty is not realistic amongst a man. You know, they're not programmed that way. I no longer require a man to be monogamous. That's not realistic. Wow. I believe that if a man can make over 6 figures, he should be able to hold the 2 or 3 bitches down. And I think every woman should be okay with that. Because if he can afford to do that, and realistically speaking, a lot of women are not open to the idea of understanding that a man can afford to do these things in a position of power. Now, you want to be with a 1%er, and I understand that, but a 1%er comes with no monogamy. You will be the main one, but he will have 5 or 6 bitches on the side, and you need to know what role you need to play in that position. I know loyalty is not realistic amongst a man. You know, they're not programmed that way. I no longer require a man to be monogamous. That's not realistic. Wow. I believe that if a man can make over 6 figures, he should be able to hold the 2 or 3 bitches down. And I think every woman should be okay with that. Because if he can afford to do that, and realistically speaking, a lot of women are not...
All right, guys. So just to clear it up, we're not 1% in here. But
not yet.
But we can give comments and we can probably know about. You know, we can know about it. What's going on in at the end of the day, if you're 1%, you know, at the end of the day, like you don't know how to be married. I wouldn't know how to be. But at the end of the day, you know that they have more ego because, you know, the more money you have, the more ego, the more you're gonna think highly of yourself. So, what do you think about what she said, Wilmer?
I got no comment. Pro monogamous, I'm fine with that. I got it.
But do you think more money comes with more options?
I think the options are exactly what it is. It's optional. Right? Like I would have the option to do it, but you know, that option in my head isn't even there.
Yeah, but do you think with more money you got, more of a whole man will be the majority? Let's talk for the majority.
Probably.
Like the majority of those 1% guys.
I mean, if you look at artists, you know, whether it be in music, whether it be anywhere else, anyone who's not.
That's all.
Right? You know that most of the relationships
most of them are, yeah, they're promiscuous.
Right.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, with, you know, if a guy has more options, more money, then you're gonna have to share them. You know, that's my personal view on it. At the end of the day, if you become a millionaire, you need to, you know, you busted your ass. You became this person. You know, like they said, women are handed their value at the age of like since they were born. You know, we don't have our value until we're like 40. That we fucking busted our asses. Got whatever the fuck we needed to do to get there. So at the end of the day, you know, if you have a millionaire, you're gonna have to share them. You know, at the end of the day, you know, them guys, they'll either do it behind your back or they'll tell you about it. And, you know, at the end of the day, you gotta know the more money a man has, the more options he has, and the more options he has, the more he's gonna be unfaithful. So yeah, agree or disagree?
I can agree with that.
You? Yeah, and remember, most men are trying to become millionaires regardless. There's a minority that are not, but the majority want to become a millionaire.
I don't know about that, but I mean, everybody wishes to, but you know they don't want to put in the work to do it.
Yeah, and it's hard to get there. So at the end of the day, that's why I'm saying if you're a 1%er, it's gonna be hard as fuck. And if you do get there, just know your options change every time. You busted your ass, bro. A woman, like I said, they didn't have to work for it. They can get on a boat tomorrow. We can't get on a boat to fucking day. Do you know someone you can get on a boat on right now? Do you know somebody you can get on a boat on right now? For free.
I
do. For free?
Yeah.
Who?
We both know.
Oh yeah, we both know somebody.
Exactly. Connections.
So that's different. You know? But we know someone from since we were little, so that's different though. But he actually loves us. There's a difference, you know.
There's no gawking on the boat.
There's no gawking, but I'm saying like we know someone since we were little. There's a difference, you know. But most men will not be able to get on a boat for free. Most men won't. You know, we can because we know somebody.
If you got the connections, you probably.
Yeah, but
you gotta work your ass off to make it.
But the
majority
of
females, a lot easier.
Yeah, if you just
gotta look good.
Yeah, you just gotta look good to get on that fucking boat. At the end of the day, one of you gonna be gawking the main captain.
You're gonna be gawking on that damn boat.
So like, let's be fair. Like I know so many men that can't bro. Why do you think like in clubs like people like men pay to go in and girls go in for free? It's a marketing strategy.
We built it.
Without men, OnlyFans wouldn't be a fucking thing. That wouldn't be a fucking $1 million business.
And just to let you guys know, what's very funny about OnlyFans is that you gotta look at the percentage of men to women. I'm pretty sure there's a lot more women watching OnlyFans than there are men, believe it or not, right? And it's just because it's not even that much money. Some people are like $7.99.
But I ain't gonna lie, it's actually male dominated though, because most men watch porn.
Yeah, of course.
More
content
most men do that, you know.
Yeah,
content creators are women, but men are the ones who devour the content. Correct?
They're like one of the
sometimes.
Dude, anything from Pornhub, like you can look up the statistics right now, and I bet you most men are on all of those websites.
More than likely.
All right, next video, my phone dead, so go ahead and put your. Go ahead, next video.
What is a woman? What is a female?
It's complicated, and I know you're not going to like that answer. You guys like to bring up high school level biology classes a lot, but people who go on to more complicated biology classes will talk about sex as a spectrum.
It's not.
Well, biological researchers would disagree with you.
Well, then they're full of shit, the ones that would say that. You said you're an EMT. Yes. You're responding to a health emergency. Biological male, somebody with a penis, is having a medical emergency. And they say to you, I think I'm having a miscarriage. Would you check them to see if they're having a miscarriage? Would you consider that a possibility for them?
Look. No.
All right, so let's just say there's a male, right? Identifies as a woman, and she says, because
I got breast cancer.
No, she says, "Oh, I'm having a miscarriage. Would you check?" Knowing she got a dick.
No.
And you're a fireman, bro. You're a fireman, so you gonna check or you ain't gonna check.
I ain't gonna check, but then I'm like, nigga, chill out.
What you gonna do, Lord?
Bruh, when I'm in that situation, I'll be like, you a man, out.
Look, bro, I'll scrape the fuck out of it, bro. It's like, look, I'm not gonna say it. Honestly, I would be obligated for my job. That's the only reason I would do it. But then at the same time, be like, fucking stupid, you know?
Fuck that. I'm not gonna be shaking no balls from no baby.
But obviously, I'll just look up, be like, if I see balls, I'm like, you got a fucking dick, stupid ass.
Man, as you approach it, get hard, like, yeah, that's not pussy.
We was like, hell no,
you gonna touch me?
Yeah, bro. He'll probably get harder once you touch it, bro, or once you get near it, bro.
Nah, just fucking staring at it is what.
Look,
bro. It's like, let me looks, and all of a sudden you see, wink.
Look, bro. You know what I'll do in this situation? I'll be like, look, bro, my homie over here, this firefighter better than me. He got it.
And I'll be like, hey, bro, come on. I'm taking out. I'm clocking out for the day.
No, I clocked out earlier today. I'm sorry, bro. It's your turn.
I'm clock, bro.
the next video.
If a man says sorry when he knows that it is his mistake, yes, I'm wrong, then he's wise, he's honest. Well, if a man says he's sorry when he knows that he is right, the opposite person is wrong, then unfortunately he's a husband. If a man
Say it again.
says sorry when he knows that it is his mistake, yes, I'm wrong, then he's wise, he's honest. Well, if a man says he's sorry when he knows that he is right, the opposite person is wrong, then unfortunately he's a husband. If a man says sorry.
She said, unfortunately, that means you're the husband?
Yes, because you're saying I'm sorry, even though you know you're right. That's a husband, because at the end of the day, you care about him so much, you're willing to say sorry just because you went through a problem.
Oh no, fuck that. I'm going through the whole argument. I'm going down the 9 roads. I don't give a damn.
Fuck that. I'm winning that shit. Fuck that shit.
That you call what? SIMP? Sim.
I'm sorry, guys. We ain't simping here, bro. We're gonna go through that argument, and I'm gonna fucking let you know who the fuck the man is.
Look, you're gonna get tired of me saying it, and you're gonna get tired as fuck. If you ever see Fresh and Fit, these women be getting tired as fuck. They be repeating the same exact fucking question, and they keep answering.
At the end of the day, that's believe me, you're gonna know who the fucking man is after I'm done with that conversation. And if you have enough of it, just know I'm gonna hold most of the leverage, and I'm gonna say fuck you at the end.
If I'm right, I'm right. You're wrong. Sorry.
I always say prove me wrong.
How long have we got on?
They can't.
41? All right, guys. Well, unfortunately, unfortunately, guys, did we get any comments just in case? No, we didn't get anything. All right, well, guys, unfortunately, we're, today, we're planning on doing like 40 minutes, because we got other things to do today. So
we're planning to do little 30-minute, 40-minute clips here and there.
Yeah, we're gonna start putting videos up, like little mini clips, shorts on YouTube and everything. So we're hoping we could connect with most of you guys. So
TikTok, we're coming to you.
Yeah, we're gonna come to you soon, and we're gonna have K47. Trey, I call him Trey. His name is Kentra, but
Hey, Michael.
Man, they know me. They know him. Wilmer, Justin.
Call me young boy.
But just know, in this world, nothing's gonna be private. Your name, just like Drake's name, everybody's name, Logic's name. So look, all they need to do is look you up, and it's on Wikipedia.
Yeah, I know. So guys, unfortunately, this has come to an end. We're about to give our outro. After our outro, we will be out. So guys, it was nice seeing you guys again. Peace.
Deuces, son.